Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Coaching Show. Super excited to be back with you, streaming live on social media. I have a cat here. See, he has decided that he likes this time of day to come and try to lay on my desk. And I guess he wants to be famous on the internet. So hopefully I have one on each side, believe it or not, so hopefully they won't hit the laptop too hard. Anyway, welcome back live streaming. My name is Brenda Reynolds with the F Words of Life. And what is the F Words of Life? The F Words of Life is basically a place that you can come every day to be part of a community who is looking to live a more fulfilled life. And so in the F Words of Life, there's 7 F Words of Life. It's a holistic way for you to live an empowered, inspired life. And as your coach and trainer, I come to you live every day to just bring you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of training, some tangible strategies and tips on how you can actually live your most fulfilled life and to fulfill your highest potential in all 7 F Words of Life. This week, what we're talking about is communication, because communication is at the core of every relationship you have. And I talked about that yesterday in the live broadcast. So if you missed that, go to Facebook. You can catch all the live replays. If you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you're watching. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If I don't know you, introduce yourself. If I do know you, say hi anyway. And so I talked about, we have all these different relationships. We have business relationships, whether you have a job, career, or you're a business owner. We have personal relationships, obviously, with your significant other, with your kids, with your friends and family. That's the world we live in. It's all relationships, right? And communication is at the core of that. So today, what I want to talk about is one specific skill, if you will, that you can grow in communication so that you increase your influence, you increase just how you show up in your personal relationships and your business relationships. And this raises the bar. And it's very simple. And I shared a quote yesterday that I love, which is common sense does not always equal common practice, meaning it's one thing to know it, but it's a different thing to do it. So you can look at this and go, well, this is just so simple. But the question becomes, yes, but are you doing it? Are you implementing it? So what I want to talk about today is being fully present when you're communicating, whether you're communicating over the phone, on video chat, or in person. Are you fully present? Why is it important to be fully present? Well, when you're fully present, what happens is you can hear nuances in the conversation. So let's say you're having a sales call and you hear and you're on the phone, right? You don't have any other visual cues. If you're fully present, you can hear nuances in the conversation. You can hear a deep breath. You can hear a pause when you're fully present. So if you're having a conversation with your kid and they're talking about something and you're fully present, you will hear nuances that you didn't hear before that may lead you to ask more questions, which we're going to talk about later this week. Also, obviously, by being fully present, it shows that you're showing respect, that you honor that person, that they deserve, your time and your effort and your energy. And so it's just a sign of respect. In this world today, we're so overwhelmed by multitasking and notifications and social media and everything like that. That's why being fully present is even more impactful than it ever has been before. Because when you're fully present with someone, they will feel it, even if it's on the phone. Like I said, think about your business relationships, your interactions. If you're in a job and you work with clients on the phone, if you're fully present, that person will feel it. Your kid will feel it. Your spouse will feel it. Your friends will feel it. Okay, so it's very, very important. It lets the other person feel heard and validated, right? That's what we want. Think about yourself. What do you want most when communicating with somebody, when you're telling someone something? You want to feel heard. You want to feel validated. You just want, I think that's just what we all want, especially, like I said, in this fast-paced world that we're living in. It also will allow you, when you're fully present, it will allow you to sense triggers. Somebody may say something. So let's say you're in a business meeting, right? And you're with your team and somebody says something and it triggers you. Well, if you're fully present, you now have the awareness where you can either make a choice to react, because if you're not fully present, what I can guarantee you is you're going to react. So you could make that choice and still react, be defensive or whatever it is, or go on the attack. Or if you're fully present, what you can do is go, okay, that triggered me. I'm going to set that over to the side and I'm going to come back and look at that later, because it's amazing how much can trigger. All right. So let's talk about your assessment of yourself. How fully present are you? Are you multitasking at the dinner table, right? Are you on social media when you're on a phone call or you're on a Skype call and you're trying to do business, right? Or when you're interacting with another person, no multitasking, right? I want you to think about this over the next 24 hours. How much multitasking are you doing? How much social media are you doing? Are you scrolling on social media while your kid's trying to tell you about their day? Your teenager came home and you've got notifications going off. Are you physically distracted? You can even be physically distracted, and that will make you not fully present. What do I mean by that? Well, you're getting ready to make, have a big meeting or a big appointment or a date night, with your spouse, and you're starving and you're going to dinner so you don't want to eat. And yet what happens is you're not fully present because all you're thinking about is the food. So have a little snack instead. So do an assessment over the next couple of days. Really ask yourself, am I 100% fully present in most of my interactions? You're not going to get 100% of the time. But what I want you to see is, are you 50% most of the time? Then let's raise the bar on that. Here's how you're going to do it. I've got 3 strategies for you today. 3 tangible things that you can put into place to make yourself more fully present so that you increase your influence, you increase the impact that you have on the people that you love and the people that you do business with. Number 1, in a business setting or anything, if you're getting ready to get on a phone call, you're going into a meeting, you're getting ready to sit down for dinner, first step, just take a deep breath. I know that sounds so simple, but you've got 1,000 things going on. You're about to go into the house after a very, very busy day. Before you leave the car, take 3 very deep breaths so you can be present for the people that are in your house that you love, right? Because remember, you do love these people. Next thing is reduce distractions. I already talked about this. Get rid of the multitasking. Again, if you're on an important business call and you're scrolling through your phone, they can hear it. They can hear that you're distracted. Trust me. It will increase your sales. It will increase, like I said, your influence with your boss in meetings. Reduce and eliminate the distractions and the multitasking. If that means you have to go put your cell phone in another room while you sit down and have dinner with, your significant other, your kid. I mean, the worst thing, ever go to a restaurant and see 2 people who are obviously on a date, even if they're married, they're having dinner together and they're both scrolling on their phone. What's the point? Like, what's the point, right? Be present for each other. So reduce distractions. And the third thing is tied to listening, which we're going to talk about more tomorrow, which is don't interrupt. When you're fully present and you're just listening, you are going to reduce the interruptions in your communication, in your conversation, which is going to make those interactions much more enjoyable for the other person and much more impactful. And that ties, like I said, to what we're going to talk about tomorrow when we talk about listening, because when you're truly listening, you're listening to the other person. It's not about what you're going to say next. It's not about you interjecting. It's not about you being right. So being fully present is how you're going to go into listening and really fully engaging with the people in your life. All of these relationships that you have across your business and your personal life, don't you think they're worth you being fully present? How do you feel when you're talking to somebody and they're not fully present with you? So today, it's all about being fully present. You've got your 3 tips and strategies that you can implement immediately. So what I want to ask you to do is choose one. What one thing will you do to be more fully present? What one thing will you do today, over the next week, to be more fully present in all of your communications, voice to voice and face to face? So again, whether that's business, whether that's personal, make sure you're fully present. Choose one of these strategies, choose something else. Share in the comment box. What are you going to work on? How are you going to be more fully present? And with that, my friends, that is our 10-minute coaching for today. So I appreciate you showing up. I love seeing you. Say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'll look forward to seeing you live tomorrow for communication part 3 on listening.